Hey, what's up? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to give my review over Real Housewives of Atlanta. So basically, this episode starts out. Phaedra is speaking to her mentor. It was I forgot her name, but she was on the show last year when Phaedra took a trip to Washington D.C. for the Million Man March. They're just basically speaking about things that they need to do, things that need to be accomplished. During this episode, around that time, another black guy was shot by the police. And so they were just trying to come up with something to basically help with the movement. Now, I will say this much. Phaedra is a con artist to me. While I can't knock what she's doing, I just don't remember Phaedra being this much into, helping the community or helping the. I'm not saying that she didn't have any type of organizations before Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not saying that she didn't have any organizations while taping Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I just don't remember it being out there like this until Apollo went to jail. Like Apollo went to jail, and all of a sudden it's, I'll have this foundation, I have this foundation, I have. No, girl, you just trying to put it out there so these cops won't be looking at your ass. But girl, the cops have been looking at you, girl. How you think they found out Apollo shit was at Candy House? Shaq, because they was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. They already said that. But anyways, Portia comes over to Phaedra's house, and Portia lets it be known that her and Todd, I guess, are just taking their time. It's so fucking confusing to me because just last week, Portia was just wanting to have a baby. Now all of a sudden her and Todd are taking their time. So it's like, do you really want to have a baby or do you just want to... I don't know. Anyways, Portia lets it be known. She's going to go on the trip with Phaedra to the Democratic National Convention. And she lets us know that civil rights runs through her blood. This is the same bitch who said the Harriet Tubman and her homegirls and her homeboys were sitting at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop waiting for the goddamn 53 Metro to ride down Westheimer. What the fuck? So you thought the slaves were standing on the corner at Peach Street, downtown Atlanta, waiting for the bus to come? Phaedra lets it be known that Apollo is prolonging the divorce, and she just wants it to be over with, but she wants to be fair. I know you do want to be fair, Phaedra. I mean, because at the end of the day, you got half of that money he stole from them white people, that y'all stole from those white people. Anyway, child. Cynthia and Kenya, they go make a cake, and Kenya lets it be known that she, they go to a professional cake maker. And she wants to make Matt a Gucci cake and she's going to purchase him a Gucci belt. That just lets you know how young Matt is. I'm not saying it's young to wear Gucci, but I just think it's so weird to hear this grown 45-year-old woman or 40-something-year-old woman say that she's going to buy her boyfriend a Gucci belt because he lost his Gucci belts and make him a Gucci cake. Like, I don't think that she would be saying that if she was dating a man her age. Like, anyways, Cynthia is just walking fashion to me. That bitch walked in with this big ass afro. If that bitch would have pulled, all that bitch needs to do is pull some incense out her motherfucking purse, and I would have caught my life. One thing I'm gonna have to call Kenya out on her shit. Kenya was talking to what's her name? Cynthia. And she was just basically trying to... I hate when she says it like this. Sheree and I got into a disagreement and she was just so nasty. Just so nasty. This is what it comes down to. Yes, I did not agree with Sheree calling Kenya a hoe. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like when people call a girl a hoe, that's like the easiest shit you can say. That shit is so 1980. Like, bitch, that's the easiest... That's the best thing you can come up with is by calling me a hoe. And the truth of the matter is I have never heard about Kenya being a hoe. They tried to say, I've heard stories about Claudia Jordan. I don't know if they're necessarily true, but the point I'm trying to make is I've never heard about Kenya being passed through or being a hoe or, out there on them streets like that. So when Sheree said that, I was just like, Sheree, girl, you reaching. But I will say this much. As much as Kenya wants to try to say that Sheree was nasty, she was nasty, and, she was going below the belt last week, I'm a big believer in this. Baby, we all have to watch what we say to people. You can't say what the fuck you want to say to people and then expect them to say something that meets your expectations in return. If you call me a hoe and I talk about your mama, then bitch, it is what it is. Or if I call you a nasty ass dick sucking bitch and you call me a flaming faggot, bitch, I can't get mad. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't request or expect people to say what you want them to say, basically. That's all that, baby. I always say, ain't no love in war. Hello? Now, yes, you may expect people not to hit below the belt. Like, if you get into an argument with a friend or, a family member, then, of course, you may not want to go below the belt. But, bitch, if we don't really fuck with each other like that, then, bitch, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to respond to you. Bitch, I'm going to respond how I want to respond. And if we end up fighting, then, bitch, we end up fighting. If we end up cursing each other out, we end up cursing each other out. If we don't end up fucking with each other again, I don't give a fuck because I didn't fuck with you like that in the first place. So, yeah, Key kind of get on my nerve with that bullshit. What else? Sheree goes and talks to her son. Cairo, he was arrested. He was smoking weed, but he said he wasn't under the influence at the time that he was smoking weed. Now, Cairo is grown now. Baby, why was that camera going between his legs when he was sitting down? Were y'all hoping y'all was going to see his penis? Because I was hoping just a little bit that his penis was slipped out in the basketball shorts. I don't know, but I just thought it was weird that the camera kept going in between his legs when he was talking to Sheree. I was like, why is the camera doing that? But I was kind of excited that the camera was doing. I mean, not the camera, but the cameraman was doing that. I was like, okay, girl, is he trying to show us something? Is he trying to tell us something that Cairo got something down there that we might need to see? I didn't know what was going on, but I was damn sure looking though. Anyways, I did like the way Sheree talked to her son. I honestly think that's probably been probably one of the most sincere, realest moments I've ever gotten from Sheree on Real Housewives of Atlanta. What else? Peter meets up with Candy and Todd at the restaurant. Candy ends up leaving to go pick her son up. Peter was just basically telling Todd about him and Cynthia and how Cynthia didn't really, a wife has to 100% trust a husband, and the husband has to do the same in return. But Peter, this is the thing what you need to realize is at the end of the day, when from what Cynthia said, you sold her a dream, and you weren't the man of your word. You had this bitch move down to Atlanta, get married, y'all didn't have no money. So how can you really expect her to be 100%, a believer in your dreams? All I'm saying is this. Ain't nothing wrong with a woman submitting to a husband. I couldn't do it. But like I said, I try to be open-minded about a lot of shit now. Ain't nothing wrong with a woman submitting to her husband or, believing in him and following behind him. But a lot of these motherfuckers out here, I'm not saying Peter is that way. But, Peter, I remember the first season, they failed they tried to open up that bar one and they failed. And they tried to open it up again and then they ended up getting closed down a few months. So it's just like, a lot of these men out here, they want y'all to follow them, and half of these motherfuckers gotta come and ask y'all for $20 to get to work. Bitch, I gotta give you $20. I have to give you $20 to get your black ass to work. But you want me to you want me to follow you? You want to be the leader? I'm supposed to submit to you? Nigga, you can't even get your own grown ass to work. Nigga, if it wasn't for me giving you this $10 for gas, you'll be sitting in the motherfucking house. So now I can't submit to you. Matter of fact, I'm about to end this motherfucking relationship because you asked me for $10 for gas. But anyways, what else? Cynthia and Noelle, they go look at houses. The house they looked at, I'm more of a modern type of person. Like, I love Kenya's house. That's more my style. So when I saw the house, I was like, oh, that's a cute house. I could see that for Cynthia. But when they walked in the inside, the house was so fucking nice. And then it was on a lake. Like, baby, I would have moved to that house. I would have moved into that house the same motherfucking day. But anyways, what else? Phaedra and Portia make it to the DNC. Girl, I'm pretty sure Portia probably thought they was... Girl, at a party somewhere, girl, at the club. I don't know, child. Portia really ain't the smartest girl out there. Sheree takes Cairo over to speak to Bob so they could discuss his DWI, DUI, whatever it was. So first of all, Bob starts out real strange, like he was. I guess he tried to make his. I guess he tried to make it personable, and so he was just like, oh, he understands that weed can be therapeutic, and I'm like, where is he going with this? No, baby, you're supposed to tell your kids not to do drugs, not tell them that it's therapeutic. Like, okay, and then he kind of came into it and basically just tell him like he don't need to be doing that shit, like. If you're gonna be, we understand you might have to be around shit like that, but when it comes your turn, just like, nah, I got shit to do. Just pass it around. If you got motherfuckers with lean in front of you, nah, I got something to do. I gotta go study. Just pass that shit to the next person. You stay out of that shit. Of course, we all grown. We all know what happens. We all are put in situations. We all were 18 and 19 at one time. So it's easier said than done. But hopefully, especially him going to Morehouse and Morehouse being one of the top HBCUs in the country, like, hopefully he gets his shit together. Todd and Candy are at the house, and Mama Joyce comes over. And before Mama Joyce comes over, Candy lets us know that Todd ain't watched his balls in 3 days. Now, quick story. Candy, first of all, I don't know what... I'm not going to tell you my business right now. I'm not going to tell you my business. So Mama Joyce comes over and she has this little setup for Todd and Candy. I thought that was weird just for me, just for the simple fact that, okay, girl, we know y'all having sex. But it's just weird to have your mama come over there to set up a sex session for you and your husband while she in the other room and she know y'all in there fucking. Okay, girl. Kenya called Cynthia, and she lets it be known. Cynthia called Kenya, I forgot, and she lets it be known. She had posted a picture on Instagram, Throwback Thursday. It was a picture of her because she was the lead actress in Jay-Z's. And let me just say something. That Kenya baby will hype herself up, baby. Kenya, you were not a lead actress, girl. You were a video girl, and Kenya is my favorite. And I say that at the shout out at the mountaintops. But Kenya, girl, you were a video girl. You were not an actress, girl. Okay, girl. Maybe she was acting, girl. Okay. It's just kind of like one of those things. People who like, for example, if you're a secretary, they want to call you you're an executive assistant. Girl, you just a secretary. Girl, you just a head secretary, child. Or if there's no longer the janitor, it's the housekeeping. It's at my job, what they call it? Shit. They don't call it housekeeping. They call it something that's some long ass word. Like, okay, girl. But anyways, Kenya will hype herself up. She says that Matt saw the picture online and Matt got jealous and he started knocking over things and hitting on walls. Kenya, that dick got to be good. That dick got to be good because Kenya is too fucking old to be dealing with shit like that. I'm not saying any woman should deal with stuff like that, but I will say that when you're in your 20s, bitch, maybe even your 30s, hello, you may do some stupid shit. But when you damn near 45, pushing 50, shit like that should not be flying. Especially when Kenya says she's been in an abusive relationship before. Like, girl, these are the signs. Girl, there's no way I could be 45 years old and be dealing with a 28-year-old boy. And every time Kenya speaks, the first thing she says is, oh, he's immature, and he has some growing up to do. Girl, at this stage in life, you ain't got no business dealing with no motherfucker who not on your level. I ain't got time to be, girl. K. Michelle tried to tell y'all you can't raise a man. Kenya is trying to raise Matt into the man she wants him to be, and it's not gonna work out. Baby, let him go. Let him go and let them young bitches deal with him. It's not even that serious, child. So, anyways, what else? Kenya and Matt, they go to Kenya has set up a little go-kart thing for Matt's birthday. Matt didn't even show up, child. Matt said, fuck that shit. So, of course, Kenya kind of looks foolish, and Candy... Let me ask you something. Why the fuck is RL and his wife on that show? Because, girl, when I tell you, today was the first time I think I heard RL speak. Candy friend, his RL's wife or girlfriend, whoever she is, she don't even say shit. Why are you even on? Why are you, girl? They could have brought another bitch onto the show. Why are you here, girl? You purity. That's it. That's it. But girl, you're not bringing nothing to the show. Girl, she should have stayed her ass at the house. Anyway, Matt didn't come to the thing, and Candy asked why, and you know, basically she doesn't go into detail, but basically they're having issues, and I can see, of course, but well, no, girl, fuck that. I ain't even gonna say this shit. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Phaedra, somebody tries to blow Phaedra's head off her fucking shoulders. She's going to see Apollo in jail, and she receives a phone call from her assistant, I believe, saying that some man tried to go to her office with a bomb and blow her ass the fuck up. She alright though, and that's it.